Hello and welcome. This is Into Vietnam News, broadcast every day on VITV. In the next 10 minutes, you'll be updated on the business scenes here in the country and main stories of the day. The World Bank raises Vietnam 2014 growth forecast to 5.6%. Credit grows by 10.23% by November the 27th. And the European Union launches the new cooperation for development in Vietnam in 2014-2020 period. The World Bank said on December the 3rd that there were early signs of recovery for Vietnam's economy, with its economic growth expected to improve from 5.4% in 2013 to 5.6% in 2014. The bank attributed the positive outlook to the country's ongoing macroeconomic stability and continued strong performance of foreign invested manufacturing export sector. It noted that positive macroeconomic conditions contributed to Vietnam's improved sovereign risk ratings, enabling $1 billion of government bonds to be issued on international capital markets on favorable terms. And now here is some crucial news we've updated on the local financial market. The World Bank report on Vietnam's economy said the birth of VAMC so far has been a big step to resolve non-performing loans. However, Vietnam's strategy to clear the debts is yet clearly effective, and it should think of a multilateral and active approach to the problem. The bank commented, NPL resolution via the state company depends on the attractiveness of VMC to local banks, as well as the company's active role in dealing with the debts. Since being established in July 2013, VAMC bought $19 trillion of sour loans, but fails to develop a clear and feasible plan to resolve the purchased loans effectively. The State Bank Credit Agency said credit growth will continuously improve and hit 10.22% by November the 27th. Earlier, total loans to the economy rose by 8.63% from the end of 2013. This means credit grew by 1.59% in the course of less than 1 month. In order to achieve the credit growth forecast by the State Bank Governor of 13% by the end of the year, total loans must rose an exceptional 3.8% this month. The EU delegation to Vietnam on December the 4th launched the multi-annual indicative program for Vietnam in 2014-2020 period to help the country deal with major challenges during its development plan in the period. The European Union stressed the importance of bilateral tie with Vietnam by adding the funds of MIP by 30% from the previous 7-year period. The $400 million in 2014-2020 period is aimed to support the development of Vietnam's socio-economic development. While the previous MIP programs focus on healthcare, trade and legal power and responsible tourism development, the new program will focus on the boost of energy sector, improving public management capacities and legal power. A lot of projects in the areas will be developed and deployed in the coming time. The EU is currently the biggest donor for Vietnam and the second biggest trade partner. As the Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement will be reached early next year, it will help to boost the economic relation between the two sides. Ho Chi Minh City attracted $3.15 billion of foreign direct investment in the first 11 months of this year. The figure represented an increase of 95.3% compared with the same period last year. The city licensed 370 new FDI projects with a total investment capital of $2.78 billion in the period, down 10.2% in terms of projects, but up 194.6% in capital year-on-year. Samsung Group's Samsung Complex project alone has an investment capital of $1.4 billion, accounting for 50.4% of the total newly registered capital. Now, agriculture is among 4 sectors prioritized for soft loans, but in fact, the sector doesn't always get access to preferential credit. The story about the Central Highlands coffee tree replanting will bring you a detailed and clearer view on the matter, and watch for more.
Under SBV's direction, 12.5 trillion will be spared for the Central Highlands coffee tree replanting, with a very preferential annual lending interest rate at 9%. However, until July the 31st, 2014, Agribank only disbursed 390 billion dong of the sum. Particularly in the coffee headquarters of Daklak, 3 trillion dong was meant for supporting the 25,000 hectare area or replanting coffee tree, but only 140 billion was disbursed. An interest rate was to blame for the slow disbursement process of the supporting package.
Đối với nông dân hiện nay thì họ vẫn còn rất là e dè. Lý do là trong những năm đầu, khi tái canh xong thì đề nghị phải là 3 năm thì mới được là trồng lại cây cà phê. Thì 3 năm đó thì nông dân họ sẽ sống như thế nào? Trong khi tích lũy thì họ không còn nhiều. Thì khi mà có lợi nhuận, có tích lũy thì họ đã đầu tư vào tiêu dùng hết rồi. Nên 3 năm này thì họ rất là khó. Rồi có một số nhiều kiến nghị từ hội nông dân thì phải đề nghị là Sở Nông nghiệp Nông thôn phải cung cấp giống như thế nào. Về lãi suất ngân hàng thì họ cầu về ngân hàng thì họ lãi suất thấp, có gói lãi suất nào mà dưới 5 hoặc 6% thì họ sẽ sẵn sàng phá bỏ vườn cây đó để trồng mới.
Cái lãi suất thì hiện nay thì so với các cái ngân hàng thương mại thì bây giờ thì thực sự là một năm 6% thì chúng tôi cảm thấy cũng chưa nói là ưu đãi lắm, thực sự là như vậy.
The lending interest rate for coffee replanting is regulated to be lower than the normal ones, from 1 to 2%. But in fact, it's very difficult to apply the regulation. The reason is because farmers must wait 3 to 5 years to harvest after replanting of coffee trees. Even using the grant measures also takes 1 year. Facing many hardships, farmers dare to borrow only when the interest rate reduced below 5%. Besides, difficulties in borrowing procedures are other barriers keeping them away from accessing the replanting capital.
Riêng cái hỗ trợ mà cái tái canh cà phê thì thực sự là các cái thủ tục tương đối rườm rà. Vừa rồi tôi cũng có cái đề xuất là nên giảm bớt cái thủ tục hành chính cho cái công tác vay vốn để tái canh cà phê.
It typically takes about 6 years from the replant preparation to harvest. So to help farmers access bank loans, there should be a specific prioritized mechanism to seal replanting activities.
Thì cái đồng tiền cho tái canh cần có một cái cơ chế ưu đãi riêng thì chúng tôi mới cảm thấy rằng là thuận lợi và hiệu quả.
During the recent trip to the Central Highlands provinces, SBV Governor Nguyen Văn Binh affirmed coffee replanting's lending interest rate would be lower than the markets, and the loan term could be up to 5 to 7 years to deal with the circle of coffee replanting. However, head of the banking system worries that, though the financial source is ready, the disbursement still depends on planning, technical guidance, as well as the actual movements of the relevant competent agencies.
And the final part is summary of local gold prices, forex and stock market on December the 4th. Our program has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon and goodbye for now.